Hi, my name is Nate Goldmeyer. I'm here with Eric, Jackson, Lenzel, Joe, and Brody. Using the same password for everything can make you lose all personal data and information. The purpose of this speech is to make people realize that using the same password for everything is a very bad thing. The audience for this speech are people who are creating a new account and thinking about using the same password as before, or people who are people that already use the same password for everything. I'm credible on this topic because I have done extensive research. The main points for this speech are the needs, the satisfaction, the consequences, and the actions. The first need over this topic is we're more vulnerable than we think when we use the same password for more than one account. Using the same password can lead to hacks across multiple platforms. That was written by Why You Should Never Use the Same Password for more than one account in 2021. This can cause a domino effect. If one of your accounts gets hacked and you're using the same password for other accounts, the hacker now has the password to the other accounts. Around 60% of people use the same password for several or all of their accounts. This is a dangerous habit and hacking can occur more easily. That was written by Traynor in 2017. This is dangerous because of the same domino effect. The second need is reusing the same password gives a false sense of security. Organizations might have strong password policies in place, but this can create a false sense of security if the password is used in rife. That was written by Spec Ops Software in 2024. This is a pretty self-explanatory point. But it's saying that if companies use the same password commonly, then it doesn't matter how many strong policies they have in place. Research shows a false sense of security given the current behaviors across the board was written by LastPass in 2022. This shares the same point as before, as the supporting info from before. The third need is the risk of identity theft. Using a unique password for each one of your accounts can help protect you against cyber criminals and identity theft. That was also written in the article, Why You Should Never Use the Same Password for More Than One Account in 2021. Sentinel-1 wrote in 2024, using the same password for everything, you are risking your identity, leading to financial loss, reputable damage, and emotional distress. Both of these points show that by using the same password for every piece of software, hackers can piece enough information together to steal your identity. There is an easy solution to this, but it could be very time consuming. The solution is to change all the passwords on your accounts to something different. This makes sure that the hacker will have a significantly more difficult time stealing your identity. Here's a plan of action to keep everything safe. 1, find pieces of software that you use the same password on. 2, come up with a different password or ideally use a random password generator. 3, change the password to something different. 4, enable 2-factor authentication for everything. 5, store the passwords in a password management system. The consequences for using the same password are using the same password for everything leads to all the information on that software to be jeopardized, and a hacker would have a significantly harder time stealing enough information to piece together your identity if you use a different password for everything. In conclusion, using the same password for everything can make you lose all your personal data and information. The purpose of this speech was to encourage you to change all the passwords on your accounts to something different to make sure that your information is safe. So don't be that person to get your identity stolen for you reusing the same password over and over again. Go change your passwords.